At Rome Fiumicino Leonardo da Vinci Airport, travelers are greeted by an amazing experience, as a trip through art and beauty turns the wait for their planes into an opportunity for discovery. Aeroporti di Roma has been welcoming culture and art for years, displaying works that have gradually transformed every corner of the airport into visionary spaces dedicated to expression and stories. Here, art is more than just a detail. It is an invitation to wander and rediscover the deep link between past and present, explore the connection between the great Italian artistic heritage and newer forms of expression. Where do these works take us? What worlds do they reveal? This is Orizzonte, a podcast series developed by Cora Media for Aeroporti di Roma. It's said that in the Native American Navajo culture, carpet weavers would leave a slight imperfection in their work. This mistake took the shape of a small trail called the spirit line. The Navajos believed that the carpet weaver was infusing part of their soul in the texture. But that minuscule fault, that imperfect and almost invisible line, would allow the spirit to find its way out of the weave and to escape. How often do we look at our mistakes as life sentences to prisons made of regret, remorse, and guilt? Instead, the Navajo teach us that a mistake can also be a way to escape, to break free. With his work, Master of Mistakes, Roman artist Daniele Sigalot follows this same path in attempting to liberate us from the idea that our mistakes can only be regarded as failures. And he does so by means of an enormous sphere of crumpled aluminum sheets, like so many wasted pieces of paper waiting to be discarded. An ironic monument to the piles of mistakes that each of us has made and that continue to haunt us, even when we believe that we've finally escaped them. Master of Mistakes, in its impressively and inventively glorious presence, allows us to look at all our faults from a new perspective, and perhaps realize that sometimes these are the very avenues to our own salvation. This work is placed in Terminal 1, where it captures the eyes of the tens of thousands of travelers that each day come through Leonardo da Vinci Airport in Rome Fiumicino. Master of Mistakes is like a satellite for the passengers orbiting around it. You're there to do something else, to catch your plane. You're waiting for your next trip to begin, and suddenly you find yourself gazing upon this powerful and inspiring work of art. It's striking and moves you to contemplation. For a moment, you stop in your tracks to observe it and to reflect. Daniele Sigalot is not one prone to producing consolatory works. He has a sense of irony and a taste for the paradoxical. His work pushes towards dialogue and thought, but at the same time, it invites us to play with shapes and ideas, never taking itself too seriously. We all make mistakes. It's just human nature. Daniele Sigalot simply took all these errors and brought them together, transforming them into art and giving them dignity. And so, the crumpled sheets, instead of filling a waste paper basket, have become something else. They've taken shape and are now displayed at Fiumicino Airport in one giant metal sphere, weighing 700 kilos, but much lighter in appearance. And now, recognized as a work of art, the error itself has become the opposite. Master of Mistakes talks to us about contrast and paradox, it especially represents a great invitation to make mistakes, a tribute to failure, which is never a destination, but rather a necessary step to finally making something good. Just a few minutes in front of Master of Mistakes, and you'll come to peace with your failures. You'll find an escape from your feeling of guilt, and you'll finally smile indulgently upon the constellation of errors that make up our lives. Finally, we can gaze upon them all at once, in the shape of a giant white ball, as heavy as aluminum and as light as a sheet of paper. And ultimately, you'll make your way again towards your gate, and then off to your destination. Orizzonte is a podcast series by Cora Media in collaboration with Aeroporti di Roma. Written by Rosella Bettinardi, narrated and adapted by John Vincent Aquilecchia. Editing by Sara Poma. Sound design by Lucrezia Marcelli. Graphic design by Rebecca Grassi. The project manager is Anna Nenna. The producer is Sabrina Patilli. The post-production coordinator is Matteo Scelsa. Studio recordings by Luca Possi.